Chabad of East County and the spiritual leader.
Let me introduce you. This is my brother. He's in Chabad of North Irvine in Orange County. I live here. My name is Rabbi Rafi Andrusier. For those of you that haven't met you before, but for those who have met before, thank you all for coming today. We're going to begin the bris ceremony. I would like to call up my brother now to be the master of ceremonies.
I always need an introduction. Thank you very much. To begin, first to escort the baby in to formally begin the bris is the honor known as kvater, which is given to a couple and therefore is brought in by the wife and handed off to the husband, bringing it in formally into the side of the men to perform the bris. And that honor is being given to Rabbi Yassi and Rebbe in Tiffenbroom from Chabad of Pacific Beach.
Baruch haba ashvetivcha v'son yishcha chatzerecha nesvu b'tubeshek shechalecha v'daber l'nal v'shalem or pinuchs ben Elazar ben Aaron Cohen heishius chamasim yabnei Yisrael v'kanayis kinasil b'soicham v'lochilisias b'nei Yisrael v'kinasil lachen emor hinei noisem lai es brisi shalom.
At this point now we are going to read a letter of the Rebbe, which was sent to the father, to my brother, Rabbi Rafi Andrusier, and obviously the blessings continue on to the future offspring and to the young baby here as well. With that honor, we'd like to call up the director of Chabad of East Diego, and all surrounding areas, Rabbi Rafi. Just call up Rabbi Fred, the future head director. So, in replacement, Rabbi Fratkin Jr., and Eli Fratkin from Chabad of Coronado.
Shalom Bracha. V'marna l'Arda asher ner lehem ben l'mazel tov. Hinei yiratzon me'Hashem yisparach sheyifnesu l'brisa shel Avraham Avinu v'chshem sheyifnesu l'bris kedah yifnesu l'Torah v'lechopu l'masim tevim v'yigalu biyachad im zugei Torah Torah chachava v'berachas mazel tov v'berachas.
Now for the translation of the Rebbe, we'd like to call up a cousin of Rabbi Andrusier, Rabbi Hershey Spritzer from the Chabad of Tampa, up in the valley, San Fernando Valley.
A man who fears God, pleasant and gracious, etc. Greetings and blessings. In response to your notification that a son was born to you in an auspicious hour, may it be God's will that you bring him into the covenant of Abraham, our father, and just as you bring him into the covenant, so may you bring him up to Torah, to marriage, and to good deeds, and may you raise him together with your wife. May she be well in prosperity, with blessings of Mazel Tov and the Rebbe's signature.
At this point now, we'd like to recall Rabbi Fratkin, who is the regional director of Chabad of East Diego, to address us with a few words.
Okay, I don't get a recall very often.
What a beautiful Mazel Tov. We have just read the Rebbe's letter. There's so many people here in the room today, that we recognize from many, many years ago, that when the Rebbe's bracha first started in Diego, sending to open the first Chabad house on Montezuma Road, and all these people that are so close today. And I think that everyone will admit that the blessing of the Rebbe, of sending such wonderful young rabbis like Rabbi Smoller and his then young wife to come and teach in Chabad Hebrew Academy, and today to be able to see how the next generation of shluchim, that their lovely daughter that everyone always was so enthralled by, and now she has become a teacher in Chabad Hebrew Academy, and Rafi is now the teacher over here, is teaching the community here, starting off in such an amazing way. All those who have connected with Hashem and with the Rebbe's blessings, we see that those blessings keep on going and going and going. If I were able to go back, I tell everyone, if I were able to start life over and to be able not to go to Lubavitch Yeshiva in Montreal, but rather to go to Chabad Hebrew Academy in San Diego, I tell everyone I'd be a much better rabbi today than the world. So the blessings that come on with us are blessings that are unbelievable. And the lesson is that it's never too late. But one thing we know about the bris, a bris is a commitment. A bris is a pledge to Hashem. A bridge is we say, Hashem, we are yours, we are completely yours. And you know something? When a husband and wife make a pledge, when an individual makes a pledge, there are many synagogues that were built on pledges that the pledges never came through. But the pledge today is a pledge that you can never remove. The bris is there for once and forever. So may Hashem bless this lovely young couple, that they should be very successful in what they're doing, because we see Baruch to begin with such a beginning, with so many people in such a wonderful place. The mazel and the bracha is already with them, and we wish that the entire family, and everyone here, if we know you from 30 years ago, from 20 years ago, from 10 years ago, whatever the experience is, we are all one very big, wonderful mishpacha, family. And you'll see again, we see again when we are in touch with our new shluchim over here, that they bring you in as part of the family right away. So mazel tov, and may all of the Rebbe's blessings come to fruition, and may all of us, including the Chabad rabbis as well, be smart enough to realize when we're committed to the Rebbe's dream of bringing Mashiach very soon, then that is the dream that makes our lives much more special as well. Mazel tov, mazel tov.
At this point now, to continue with the blessings, we'd like to call a great uncle of the baby, Rabbi Yisrael Dinnerman, with the Birchas Kohanim, the priestly blessings.
Vayidaber Adonai el Moshe Lemor, Daber L'Aaron el Bonav Lemor, Kaisu Baruch Hu B'nei Yisrael Lemor Lahem. Yivarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Yo'er Adonai Panav Elecha v'yichunecha, Yisa Adonai Panav Elecha v'yasem L'cha Shalom, V'samu Ishmiel B'nei Yisrael v'ani avarachem.
Amen. At this point right now is a tradition where once Elijah, the great Elijah the prophet, who had spoken ill of the Jewish people, saying how they became a nation of sinners, and God said, I'm going to hold you to that to prove you wrong, how the Jewish people continued the traditions throughout thick and thin and throughout every generation, and therefore God made that Elijah has to attend every single bris, as well as every single seder as we all experience on Pesach, to show how the Jewish people throughout the generations adhere to and keep to the traditions of old. And therefore right now there's a tradition known as the Elijah's chair, which we'd like to honor a cousin of Rabbi Andrusier, Rabbi Yossi Schwitzer Chabad from Chabad of Chatsworth, with miʻla kisei, with placing the baby down on the chair of Elijah here.
Zaki se shal Eliyahu zachar l'tov, Yeshuas chakvis yad nai, Sivartim Yeshuas chad nai mitzvah secha, Asisi Eliyahu melech ha-bris, Hinei shalach b'fanecha amad al yamin mitzamchem sa'as anachi, Al imrasech b'maitzi shalom rav lavay surasech, V'yin lanu mishol, Ashrei tivkar shal yishkol chaseirecha, Nisvu b'tu b'isech k'doi sheichalecha.
With taking the baby off of the chair, we'd like to call up another cousin of Rabbi Andrusier, Rabbi David Tenenbaum, the assistant rabbi of the Living Torah Center in Est of Chabad of East County up in Los Angeles. Now at this point, we'd like to call up my dear father who came all the way in from New York. He's the same father as Rabbi Rafi. By coincidence, same mother also, in case you're wondering. With the honor of holding the baby known as Sandeg for the actual bris. Handing the baby off to formally do the bris. My brother is giving it to my father. I'm going to officially hold the baby. At this point right now, my brother will be appointing Rabbi leader from Chabad of University City with actually performing the bris because the mitzvah of circumcision is upon the father. And just in case he's a little nervous, he may not handle it, he's going to assign Rabbi Leader as his agent to perform the bris on his behalf.
The lady with the red hair. You see that lady with the red hair? Remember her?
No.
She was also around Sue Larson. Remember Tom Sorrell, you remember? Remember Tom Sorrell? The cowboy they called him. He was a character. Remember him or not? Yeah, he passed away, yeah. But she was like a boyfriend, girlfriend. But she was around in your days too. Sue.
He went up with her?
Yeah, you know, college kids, you know, college kids.
Really?
Wow. Remember her? No?
Actually, move it closer. Best you can get.
Some of us look different, you know? We
It's
get
just
older.
amazing, you know. I take a look, I say, hey, we're still young. I'm a baby still. We're not going to get old. We're
I
going to
still
stay young.
recognize you, you know?
There you go. We're still going to be young. Fascinating, fascinating.
Would I recognize your wife?
Wives are easier. Wives stay young. Men stay old. Get old. You know, wives, shaitel, this color, that color, you know. What have you been up to all these years? What have you been doing? What have you been up to all these years?
Just usually working for the government. I mean, I worked for the county for a long time.
Which county?
San Diego.
Really?
And then I went over to the state.
What did you do for them?
Basically office administration. I worked for a lot of different agencies. From area agents, you know, the agents to hazardous materials management division to the Department of Probation, you know, alcohol and drug services.
Did you have that issue with the pensions as well, or you're above that?
I don't think it's effective. No.
And Filner is for it anyway. You know Filner, the mayor.
Yeah.
He's a Jewish guy.
Yeah.
He's been friends with us for a long time, even though he was congressman. Have you been up to Switzerland? Haven't you?
I've driven by it. I don't actually have
You
gone
see
in
the
there.
place, will blow your mind.
I
I mean,
mean,
it's an amazing, beautiful place. Hashem has been amazing to us.
can you see it from Colorado
Yeah,
Road?
yeah. Okay. But you should come in. I mean, you'll just, it's
You
a
just
free-
turn on Chabad Way or something?
Yeah, and then there's a gate over there, but just it'll buzz you in. It's a really beautiful place. One of the nicest centers, not just Chabad centers. I mean, I hear from people that come from all over the world, they haven't seen a place like this. You're by Jesus Bris, I guess. You're by Jesus Bris, right? But my son Jesus Bris, I'm sure you were there too. I presume so. I think you had all those pictures. I don't know, you mean you may have gotten rid of them?
No, I never get rid of my pictures.
You were always with the camera. Always. Well.
So you got there's Chabad people from all over Southern California?
Well, his family is in Northern California. He's in like Los Angeles, Irvine area. There's a lot of his family, Andrusier family. They're all around the place, so they're there. But there are today 22 Chabad centers in San Diego. You realize it?
No.
22 Chabad centers. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Wherever you turn,
No, I keep a directory of all the Chabad places in my phone in case I ever break down and need help.
actually, what's in worse shape, the Chabad or your car?
We'd like to pick up the baby from the sandik, and we'd like to call please Rabbi Rosenthal, the spiritual leader of Tiferet Israel.
Whose wife? I just think
Rabbi Rafi's wife.
she's in great shape, actually. She's bounced back in the
Where is she? Yeah?
almost like in the room.
With the formal honor of holding the baby while the baby is going to be named,
She must be right here.
I'd like to call up Rabbi Smoller, the grandfather of the baby, Chaya's father, to hold the baby for the official naming.
She looks great. Chaya. Where is she? Somewhere around.
She's somewhere around there. You remember Barbara Cohen?
Of course, her.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam bʁidei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddush yidid b'betem v'chayk b'seirei sam v'tzet sam chasam bʁis bris kodesh al kim eschazeis el chaya chalkim tzivul hatzi yidid v'sheirenu mishchas laman bris asher sam b'seirenu Baruch atah Adonai kodesh sabris.
Amen.
Eloheinu leviseinu kayim Mesa Blvd maybe Kaddish maybe Yisrael. Nissen Isaac ben Rabbi Rafael Yoyo. Yismach Avi Yitzchak Alatz v'Sagelim b'Fri Vidna. Kakasiv Yismach Avich b'Mecha v'Sagi Yeladetecha. B'Ne'emer v'Abar Alayich v'Erech Misv'Sezach v'Damayich. V'Malach v'Damayich Hayim. V'Malach v'Damayich Hayim. Zach Leila Brisa Dov and Sivla Ladar Asher Karas Azavra Mishwas Yitzchak V'Yamidel Yaakov L'Chayt Yisrael B'Nitzaylam V'Never V'Yamalav Yitzchak B'Noi and Shmenes Jan Kash and Tzivay Sayalim.
I love you, Allah Chazai.
Listen, Isaac, Zakat, and God, the Yekashem, Shineftas, the Brisky, the Khamis, the Tedal, Hopeful, the Mass, and Time.
You know what her name is, right? Married a guy who was just like me. He was my last name, and he played the flute.
And they're still in Crown Heights, right?
Yeah. Last time I heard she had, it was at least 4 kids. I think they were all girls.
I'm sure that she had one of her kids married already. Barbara Schwartz. Look, who knows? The world is such an unbelievable thing.
This whole thing I like things
Have you ever heard of Gina? Have you ever heard of Gina?
I think I tried to track her down, but I couldn't. I didn't find the information. Stan Ross he was here for a long time, and then he got a job, I think, in Compton or somewhere. He always worked for the school bus transportation department.
There's a lot of people that are like, you'll find someone here and someone there in the south. I mean, there are people all around the place that have.
Remember Harlan?
For the baby at this time.
Harlan Steel.
Grown kids.
Gadol Tyler Kuplamas and Tyvin, B'naimar. Amen. And he blessed our fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Moses, and David, and Solomon. Bless his tender infant, this Isaac, the son of Chaya and Rabbi Rafi, Yoel. Because his family has pledged charity for the sake of Bechol for a speedy recovery. In this marriage, may the Holy One bless me. He hastened to send a complete recovery to all of his 248 bodily parts and 365 veins, and raise him to Torah, to marriage, and to good deeds. Let us all say, Amen.
Amen.
Like that, everyone at this time is invited to partake of a seudat mitzvah. We have all this food on the table. Please help yourself. Mazel tov.